You were what, 48?
Yeah, 48, something like that.
When you went in the hall in 2013?
And I was like, man, I'm not, I'm way too young to go in the hall, man. What are you talking about? But
Well, because you had wrestled the year before.
Yeah.
At WrestleMania.
Exactly. Yeah. So I was like, man.
Do you remember who called?
Yeah, one of the office guys, man.
Yeah.
One of the office guys. I don't want to put anybody's name out there or anything like that. But yeah, it was one of the office guys. But it was a great time, great honor and whatnot. But
What was it more special the second time? Now that you kind of had a little bit more time out of the ring, and then going with your brother, how you started your career. Well, I mean, I know they're almost like your children, both inductions. But like, is it one to stick out more?
I think both times was special, but I think the second time, I think to actually give my brother the floor to actually thank. I got a chance to thank the fans, and in 2013, I got a chance to thank the fans for an awesome ride. As a singles competitor, going through the WWE, and then and to get the call and they say, hey man, we want to put Harlem Heat in. I was like, wow, man, that's pretty cool because I'm not I love I do pretty good speeches and whatnot, but I'm like so nervous when I do that kind of stuff, man. I'm like on pins and needles. I'm like so scared when I got to do that kind of stuff. So for me to let my brother have the spotlight was awesome, you know what I mean? Because I got a chance to just sit back and watch a little bit, and then put the heat on, Kofi Kingston. Having to go out and wrestle the following night, So it was both of those moments, man, was special in so many different ways. Going in with my brother, of course, finishing it the way we started it,
right.
Back in 1990, in that little gym in Derry Ashford, with Ivan Puskin, Scott Casey, and, taking it all the way, to that, from that point all the way to, getting inducted in 2019. Man, it just let everyone know, man, the story can be written the way you want it to be written, and it can be told, just like the Harlem Heat story is going to be told and forever, you know what I mean, as far as being two of the best as far as tag team wrestlers that ever did it. We are immortalized now as tag team. And that's why I say, man, I'm pushing for this year in Florida, the Nasty Boys to go in.
They need to.
They were, I think, all-time nemesis in professional wrestling. They were our all-time rivals, Knobs and Sags, man. Those guys pushed us to the limit as far as tag team wrestling goes. And I think at that point in time, back in the day, when the Harlem Heat was running around, the Nasties, man, I think tag team wrestling was at its best at that time.
There were so many teams in the early 90s.
I really think tag team wrestling was at its all-time finest. But we needed someone like the Nasty Boys to make us, who we were. Take nothing away from the Steiners or anything like that. But those guys ain't going to never get in the Hall of Fame.